If you don't like me or you don't like my channel, what the hell are you doing here? You're not welcome and you're not invited. Now, we have many seasons in this world. We have many types of events in our life. We start off as children, adolescents, teenagers, young adults. Then we grow old. And throughout all that, some of us never really find our sense of self or find our true purpose in life. It's very interesting how certain people can go through life and have totally different experiences, yet we all live in the same world. We may not live in the same country or the same city or the same state or wherever you live at, but we have similar circumstances. We have similarities. Somebody that lives in a favela in Brazil, I can relate to that person, through being poverty stricken, being around certain situations and just keeping your guard up, right? But that exact location I can't really relate to because I didn't grow up in Brazil or grow up in the favela, but I can relate to certain things. A rich man can spill coffee on his pants and it's nothing to him, so he's gonna buy another one. But a poor man, you spill coffee in your pants in the morning before you go to work, you better hope you wipe it off and hope people don't think that you used the bathroom on yourself or you'll be a laughing stock, right? So this whole life, there seems to be different types of formulations and fomentations about our situations. There's always something leading our life to the right or to the left. That's one thing that I notice about this world. And it starts when you're young. It starts when you're barely able to even understand what's going on in the world. And that's the scary part. No one ever prepares you about this in life. No one ever prepares you about the things that you're forced to go through in this world. They tell you about it, but they don't really prepare you. They don't tell you, like, if you don't work this job, because working the job is pretty much modern day servitude, you're going to be homeless on the streets or you're going to be in a poverty stricken position, right? So that should tell you something. There's always this invisible dagger at your neck, and it's ready to slice and cut when it wants. And you have to be aware of that. You have to be alert of that. You have to see that and watch that. One thing about people like us, it seems the world always puts the most negative people around us. We'll have people that we just don't vibe with. They don't see the world like how we see the world. They have different types of perceptions. They got different types of realities. They just don't see the world how we see it, and we just don't vibe with each other. But this God will purposely put you around somebody that absolutely despises you on purpose, just so you can produce negative energetic manifestational frequency called loose. Schizo Dumps just did a video on it, right? I suggest you watch his channel and check his channel out, one of my favorite channels. And when you go to your job every day, it's like every single day loose farming. There's always something at your job you don't like. You don't like how the manager talks to you. You don't like how your coworkers talk about you and gossip. You don't like that. You just want to be in your room playing your video games or in your room watching anime. And yet when you get inside your room, people say, oh, he ain't doing nothing in this room. He ain't doing this. He ain't that. It's like, why don't you leave me alone? I could be in the room, working on $1 million idea or something. Like, you don't know. Like, people always judge people who they don't see, who they believe that they should be in a certain position, right? Like, there's people in your family that will look at you and they would see you and they will think that you should always be in a position that's beneath them. They don't want to see you in a position that's higher than them. These are your own family members. They don't want to see you rise. They don't want to see you be successful. Instead, they want to see you beneath them. Now, is that family? Or is that somebody who's purposely put in your life to sabotage you? And you can get sabotaged emotionally. You can have an idea and a dream that you wanted to achieve and wanted to be successful in. And then all of a sudden, people come out of nowhere. Your family, so you can't do that. Or that doesn't make any money. Or why you don't go that you? Oh, you need to stop, man. We don't even, how black women are. Boy, you can't be no rapper. You ain't gonna never make it. You better find you a job. No, Walmart hiring, Amazon, you ain't never gonna make it. Blah blah blah. And then you hear that, and then that destroys your dreams. They don't really. They just cut their own. They just cut their own foot off by telling you that, because you could have been the one that got the family rich, that got the family successful. But now you're the one that's dreaming that you could do something that is now considered impossible or considered stupid. And most people are going to tell you, oh, you're going to fail, you're going to do this. Man, can you imagine the people that got successful? If they were to listen to the people that told them that you're going to fail. And yeah, I know the demiurge pretty much dictates who wins and who doesn't. But still, those people at least tried. They fought through the pain, they fought through the rain, and they fought through everything, right? And they still are able to maintain, right? This life is a constant battle and a constant struggle. And we have to always keep our guard up and always be on alert and always watch out, right? Because there's always something out there that's trying to steal your attention, that's trying to steal your energy, that's trying to bring you down to their level. When you're somebody that's great, you don't speak to peasants. You just don't. I had to learn this the hard way. Me being homeless taught me a lot about the homeless. I'm around certain people, I'm like, okay, I see why this person's homeless. They're a bad person at heart. Then I see people that are sweet as pumpkin pie. I don't know why this person's homeless. She's innocent. She's pretty much sweet. Or this guy's cool as hell, He can give people free cigarettes or whatever, this person's cool. Right? Somebody that calls somebody a coward, but they never showed their face is a bastard. And that's somebody you don't even acknowledge. You don't even acknowledge these people. That's one thing I had to learn is that, I'm speaking to a couple of YouTubers that are way bigger than me. And like, bro, you're on the rise. Why the fuck would you care about some losers who ain't doing nothing with their life but watching you? And that goes with your family as well. Why do you care if your sister is doing this or your brother is doing that? They're not trying to help you. They're not trying to put you on. Their actions speak louder than words. When somebody's actions has told you that they're hostile towards you, you don't need to talk to that person. There's no type of talking, no rehabilitation, or revitalization. You separate yourself from that situation instantaneously, if you can. A lot of us were in positions of poverty, and we can't just really jump up and go to different places and be saved. And just, we can't because we don't have the money. We don't have the power. We don't have the wealth. We don't have the connections. We can't just up and just buy a house. Life ain't like that. It's not 1972 anymore. We have to be stuck being homeless, stuck being in poverty, stuck being surrounded by people who do not like us and they want to beef with us. That's the thing. It's like these people, not only do they not like you, they want to beef with you, just you specifically, right? For whatever, you didn't do nothing to these people. You don't even know who these people even are, but they want to beef with you, right? And then you look at these people don't even have, these people are nothing. They're not even worth mentioning. You have to stay. That's one thing I learned when I was young, I was way better. People used to talk shit about me rapping all the time. He can't rap. I didn't pay him no attention. I still got, I didn't make it famous, but I got more respect and further than they got, right? They don't even make music anymore. They don't even do anything like that no more. The people really gave up on everything, but they was talking shit too then, right? I noticed that. There's always this thing when I try to do something and I get a little traction, I always get haters. And the biggest haters in your life are going to be from your family. It's going to be from people that claim to be close to you. You have to watch out for that. And when you're stuck with evil people, conniving people, narcissistic people, religious people, people that they push their toxic ideologies onto you, and these ideologies don't help you. When I talk about narcissism, you can see everything I'm saying in real life in real time. You can see that, okay, I got a bacon chicken sandwich this morning. Next thing you know, you eat it at lunchtime and it hurts your stomach. Out of nowhere. You really wanted that sound. You took one bite, you got to throw it away. Now the rest of the damn day at work, you got to use the bathroom and you got to hold it in. You got to go through all this stuff, right? You go home to play your Xbox. You play your Xbox for 10, 15 minutes and it cuts off. It overheats. You're like, what the fuck? Then you find out you got to go and some type of paste. What's that shit called? Pasting or whatever the hell is like that shit they put on the I forgot what it's called, but they put it on the damn the hard drive, whatever it's called. You forgot you need some thermal paste or whatever. You don't have that. It's just all these things pile up in life to make you know that this is a loose harvesting farm. All these negative events that occur in your life are not accidents. They're done on purposely, deliberately by these interdimensional entities. It's being done on purpose. It's being done to make you feel worthless. It's being done to make it feel like you have no guidance. And it's being done to make you feel like you're broken inside. This one person, like when you're not around negative people, your whole mind changes. Have you ever noticed when everybody leaves the house and you're by yourself, the real you comes out, you start dancing, you start listening to music, you get excited. and you start to actually play your position better, right? Meaning that you actually start focusing on your dreams, your goals, and ambitions. Meanwhile, when people are in the same house as you, and people got their own emotional frequencies, they got their own energies, people got their own energy barriers, and like I, I like to think of it like this: the heart emits an electromagnetic field that's invisible to the human eye, and within this electromagnetic field, people can feel your mood. So you ever walk into a room and feel somebody's angry, walk into a room and feel somebody is just like, okay, I don't vibe with this person. There's one YouTuber, his name is Exclusive Ace. Exclusive Ace. I do not like Exclusive Ace at all. I don't like his content. I don't like his channel. I don't like his voice. I don't like what he stands for. But do you know what I do when I come upon an Exclusive Ace video? I don't watch it. I don't go seek out Exclusive Ace, try to make content about him and try to get his attention, let him know, hey, I exist. I'm important, right? I got a random man on the internet to look at me. I'm important, right? I'm going to call somebody a coward when I'm the real coward. Oh, yeah. How you going to call somebody a coward when this person's done things that you would have never done, survived things you can never go through? And in real life, you would run like a little female with her dress up, you know? So do not get involved with negative people if you can. Try to stay far from negative people and their negative energies. But the problem with guys like us, we seem to be trapped with these people. We seem to be trapped with these negative people. And it's everywhere we go. We seem to go to the movies, there's negative people there. It's like everywhere we go, people are strategically placed to bring us down. They're strategically placed to break us down. Like you see it everywhere. Like these people are strategically placed there, right? So what does that say, right? Dealing with negative people, dealing with evil people. You have to deal with it every single fucking day. You got to deal with evil people. You got to deal with vile people. You got to deal with people who don't like you. You have to deal with these people every day, And these people are everywhere. Your bosses, they're every fucking where, and it gets annoying after a while.